Hi, class. My name is Dr. Bliss. I'm going to be your instructor this term here at Nightingale College. I want to share a video with you just so that things are a little more personal between us, so you can start looking at me as a human being and less of as someone that you're just afraid to approach. Um, my dad was Air Force, so I grew up moving every 2 or 3 years my whole life. After that, I became Air Force and I kept moving. And after I left the Air Force, I still seemed to find jobs that had me like on the move. So it's one of those things that's just kind of stuck with me. Most recently, I moved from Austin, Texas to Richmond, Virginia for my wife's work. My wife is a half Honduran, half Japanese woman whom I met while teaching in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. And she is actually working on her Master of Wine right now. She's already advanced certified sommelier and a diploma wine person, if you know what the Wine Spirit and Education Trust is. So she's pretty far up there in the wine world. At any rate, I digress. I couldn't do anything without my wife, so I love her to death. And same thing with my two Aussies, my Australian Shepherds. I love both of them to death. And so I'm getting used to living in Richmond, Virginia, as my 14th state. And hey, I have grown up as a cross country runner, a swimmer, played a little soccer, eventually did a couple of triathlons. From there, I ended up rowing crew. So, and after that, I took up mountain biking and tried rollerblading and some other stuff. So, and hiking and camping all the way through that, as well as boating. So, and motorcycle riding. I've done a lot of crazy stuff. Um, these days, I'm a little more chill than that. I used to teach skiing and snowboarding. I don't do much of that anymore. I still like to get on the slope every few years, but I used to go, 20, 30 times a year when I had a season pass. So, parts of my life that, getting older, you kind of change up, that I still look back fondly on. I have taught high school before. I've worked as an offshore wireline engineer in the oil industry. I have worked as a field engineer fixing mass spectrometers and such. And then I've taught college, and my college teaching days have been largely in administration. I don't know why, but within my first 2 years of teaching, I had already kind of made the jump to department chair, and from department chair, I made another natural jump to like program director, and from there to assistant dean. And from there, I took a step back just last year and decided that I was tired of working online. 15 years of doing it, I wanted a break. I knew I would be back to it because that's the best job ever you can have for retiring, but I just needed a break. And so I went back to teaching high school, but this time at a detention center for a school district. And I had a great time doing that. I would probably have done it another 2 or 3 years before coming back to online. But hey, I just moved for my wife. So here I am back online. At any rate, I enjoy teaching statistics and math. My PhD is actually in chemistry, more like nuclear chemistry. So stats and math are kind of come easy to me with everything that I have always done. I also have a postdoc DBA, like business administration stuff at the doctoral level, all in project management. So I've got a pretty varied background, but I always find myself in math because that's what's needed more so than science and business. So that's why I'm doing this. Oddly enough, the only other places that I teach for part time, which is like very little work because I don't have time for it, but they both involve nursing. So for one, I teach military students that are in the healthcare profession, and for another university, I teach nothing but nursing chemistry. Uh, Both places I take on very, very small, a small class at each. So I am glad to be at Nightingale full time. This is where I put my energy, and so I can't wait to meet y'all in discussion and to interact with you through email and just the online world, and our seminars, of course, where we have a chance to actually have some live Q&A. Just so you know, I love to read, and I love to go to the movies, Those are my two favorite things to do here at home. My wife and I save all of our money to travel. We love traveling internationally, so we're always saving up for the next big trip. Right now, that's going to be either Italy or France. We'll flip a coin. I want Italy. My wife wants France, so we'll see how that goes. We tend to gravitate toward vineyards and stuff like that since that's her job stuff, which is really cool because it gets you out of the touristy places and you get to like hang out in a lot of small local places. So I'm game with that. Although I do want to see some specific things in Italy that are a little touristy, like the Colosseum and such. At any rate, that's me. Like, I'm here, I'm approachable. Like, if you have questions, like, hit me up through Canvas. You can, use the inbox there, the email in Canvas. It's connected to our classroom. And then you can also hit me in Teams, and then you can also schedule a time to meet with me, because in the top left corner of our classroom is a link for you to do just that. And that's all I've got for you. This is going to be an exciting semester. I like to leave lots of extra little videos hanging around, like in the discussion when no one's asking questions. And there's no one to reply to. I'll often go in there and just to show that I'm around looking. I'll toss a video up and some extra material that connects what we're doing to nursing, so that there's always relevance for you in everything we do. And then usually I toss in an extra resource and stuff too. So just know that that's there, but it's worth checking those weekly discussions, the Q&As that we have. That's all we use discussion for in the math classes. It's just a Q&A area. But it is a different one for each week. So I will pin the correct one each week to the top, and hopefully you're able to find that pretty easily. You'll be able to access them for each appropriate module. So no biggie. That is a lot. At any rate, I hope it didn't overwhelm you, and don't be a stranger. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.